What's good, people? Thank you for joining me again on another episode of Solomon's Wisdom. Again, where I read your letters and I try to give you advice on what is ailing you in your life today. Just bouncing your ideas off me, so hopefully you can get past that issue and just move on with your life. Thank you. Thank you for joining me again. So without any further ado, let's get into this new letter. This letter is entitled, Yes, I'm Still Grieving. Am I weird? Dear Saul, I'm a 54-year-old woman from Alpharetta, Georgia. I like to think of myself as a strong woman, but yet I've recently been accused of allowing myself to grieve too long. Yes, my best friend of 30 years says that I am purposely allowing myself to feel horrible about death. Houseway, let me give a little background. A little over 3 years ago, I lost my mother to cancer. And I do admit I am having a hard time recovering from just that alone. Fast forward to what I like to refer to as this COVID-19 rapture of 2020. And I lost my favorite uncle and brother to this pandemic. I feel like the world is closing in on me and nothing is the same. I refuse to go out, and I have my groceries and any other thing that I need to survive delivered to me. I just recently started allowing my best friend to come over for visits, and even that has been a big struggle. I'm not consumed by fear, but all of the close deaths and the unpredictability of this pandemic has me in a place where I could star in anyone's apocalyptic movie. I am honestly grieving with no expiration date in sight. And my best friend tells me I'm choosing not to heal. I am almost to the point where I am willing to discontinue the friendship because of her lack of empathy. But before all of that, I would like a second opinion on this situation. Am I weird for grieving for so long? Thanks for any advice. Signed, Stung by Tragedy.
I don't know why so many people are always dying in the bereaved family, you know? Every time you read the paper and say the bereaved family, they gonna run out of people in a minute.
Yeah, you need to drop her. You need to drop her like one of them manufactured butts on one of them strippers down at Blue Flame. I mean, she ain't no friend telling you nothing like that. Alright, no. I'm just playing. Do not end your friendship. Don't end your friendship. I mean, you too gotta show empathy. An empathy for ignorance. There is no way anyone can tell you when, how, or how long to grieve. The weird person is anybody who attempts to do so. I've definitely had losses that I still cry over to this day, and I dare anybody to call me crazy for it. This life that we live is only for a few days, and those days are said to be filled with trouble. We can only prepare for a loss to a certain extent, especially a loss of a loved one. We can only prepare for that to a certain extent, but we can for sure count on them coming. They're gonna come, and they're gonna come. That's what we are promised. We gotta leave here. We all have to. Expected or not expected, death is supposed to affect you. The unexpected one hurt the worst. I tell you that. If you ain't expected, they sudden, they gonna hurt you the worst because you had no time to prepare your mind. I personally always say the greater the love you have for that person you lost, the greater the pain is going to be once they leave. I always say if you want to try to figure out what another person is to you or means to you, picture them gone. Just up and just say they're not in my life anymore. That should tell you a little bit how you feel about that person. It's very unfortunate that you got a best friend that you've known so long that lacks the ability to empathize with what you're trying to do and coping through with life right now. But that same friend will have to drink from that same bitter cup. I mean, there's absolutely no way around it. There's no way around it. You will have to drink from that bitter cup. Thankfully, she has a friend that will be more equipped with what is needed to handle her situation, because she's going to go through the same thing. It's not going to be any different. It's going to be painful. She's still going to be looking for ways to cope with the pain. You can be that person and be like, no, I ain't going to treat you like you treated me, but let me help you with what helped me. But let me focus on you for a while. No, you are not crazy. You are not weird. You are not going out of your mind for trying to cope with the struggles of loss and the emptiness of loss. People do it all the time, and it is a hard struggle. People commit suicide because of this very same thing. And the fact that you have the wherewithal to send me a letter to try to cope with it, you're not weird, you're not going crazy, you're trying to cope. Now, what I would suggest that you look around in your local area, find you a good counselor, someone that you can unload that stuff off of and that can just talk you through and walk you through to your recovery. Also, allow yourself to cry. It's all right to cry. You're supposed to cry. You know, allow yourself to cry, and also allow yourself to stop crying. Allow yourself to stop crying and think about the good parts of each and every last person that you lost. Allow yourself to break down and to break down at awkward times. I mean, ain't nobody got a measuring stick of when a memory is going to happen to you to make you break down and start crying. We don't know that. So that could happen. Allow yourself to be okay with that. But also know you got to keep moving after that. Collect your thoughts. Collect yourself. Get up. Keep moving. Keep doing the things, the positive things that keeps you moving. Pray for peace and only allow positive energy around you. You are ultimately in control of who and what energy is around you that you will step into your mental space. You're in control of that. For an extended period of time. You might hear a fool say something every now and then. You can just ignore and move on. But if you sit there and you listen to idiots all day, that's on you. You can get up and move. But whatever you do, keep moving. Just keep moving. Don't stop. Keep moving. You'll find that you're happiest when you're doing things to better yourself. Whether it be exercise, learning something new, going back to school, taking care of your kids, going to your kids' functions. Once you get in tune with there are people, if not only just myself, who is looking for me to wake up in the morning and be a better version of me, you will find happiness there. Inside of that, you will find strength and knowing you haven't broken when you thought you should have. We're all stronger than we want to believe, especially when we're going through the pain. You're stronger than what you're putting on or you're allowing your brain to believe that you are. I really hope this helps you out. I really do hope you pay attention to what I've said and you try your best to utilize this information. But please keep in touch. Let me know how it's going. Let me know how you're coping. Let me know if you need any other advice. We're going to get you through it. Okay, y'all, that's the end of this show right here. We'll be back on another episode. Again, please send your letters to this email address right here. You know, send it to me. We will get it read. We will get your problem solved or get you some advice where you can think about it maybe a different way than you were. You know, that's all we need to do. Just give you another way to look at it. But until then, hit that like button, hit that comment button, subscribe, man. Show me some love, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to show you love as well. Until next time, y'all, peace and love.